Dylan, shush. Okay, we'll give it a few minutes to let people log on. Let me know if you can hear me, if my microphone is working. We got 8. Can you hear me okay? Can't see any comments coming up. Ah, okay, great. Okay, good. Okay, we're gonna give this a shot outside today. We're here to talk about Frisbee Dog 101, how to get your dog started. Frisbee is a worldwide organized sport. There are several different organizations that are offering different formats all around the world. When this is over, I will post a couple links of the different organizations and their games. Each one has a different set of rules. They're all kind of the same format, but yes, dog must catch the Frisbee. The very first thing in Frisbee Dog 101 is choosing your plastic, choosing your Frisbee. The ones you get from Petco or the real estate company that gave it out at the fair, those are really, really brittle plastic and they break and then they cause sharp edges. So we don't want to use those. We want to use a Frisbee made of plastic specifically for dogs. And I will also put those links of where you can find those in the comments when we're done. So a few different things. So Hero Disc USA provides a great line of Frisbees. Let's see. I'm trying to get organized here. Okay. So first, when you're starting off a puppy or a brand new dog, your best option, raise it a little higher, your best option is a fabric Frisbee, something that folds, something that's soft on the mouth. There's fabric ones, there's rubber ones that fold. This is a neoprene one from Czech. It also folds. The reason you want to start with a soft one is when they're learning how to catch, there's a little bit more give to it, so it's a little more forgivable when they're learning how to catch. These are great Frisbees. You can find them almost anywhere. So start with a floppy rubber or fabric Frisbee. Your other option as a bridge are the pullers, or they also make this in a tennis ball. Because it's round, your dog may go for this toy before they go for a Frisbee, and you can still roll this and then transfer to a Frisbee. Okay. There are different sizes of Frisbees. This will all be in the comments later. So you got your little dog Frisbees and your big kid Frisbees. So if you have a little dog, there's little tiny baby ones. Frisbees come in different plastics. So these are still soft and safe for your dog's mouth. This one is rubber, Hyperflight, soft disc. And then there's the Jaws, which is a harder, still soft, but a harder plastic for those dogs that really, really bite. The Jaws is from Hyperflight, and the Superhero is from Hero Disc USA. It's a little sturdier Frisbee. It's a really heavy Frisbee, but it's for those dogs that have a really hard bite. If your dog doesn't bite super, super hard, you can go with the Sonics, which are a little bit smaller. It's a harder plastic. It's not going to bend just as much. The medium dogs, the Sonic Frisbees are good. Your standard Frisbees, this is from DT World, it's just a regular Fastback, Superhero Disc USA, 235. It's a standard. These two are standard frisbees. They're harder plastic, but they're standard, and these are made for dogs. And these are the standard size. Okay, so now that we've talked about how to choose your plastic, and I've got a website that kind of breaks down the different types of plastics, so I'll post that as well. We're going to talk about how to throw the frisbee. So I'm going to back up so y'all can see. It's really weird, by the way, just to talk to a computer screen. So one of the things when you're throwing, always throw with intent. Don't just willy-nilly be throwing stuff down the field. Always pick a spot down the field and say, I want to throw to that spot. Have a spot in particular you want to pick. So when you're throwing, you want to put your hip and your shoulder and your throwing arm at the target, at where you want to throw the frisbee. Okay, I don't want to see this belly button stuff. We're not throwing from our belly button. The frisbee cannot go very far when you throw it from the belly button and you bend over. So you're going to turn. You're going to go here. You're going to roll it back up. So roll it to the opposite shoulder. There you go, so you can see. And you're going to unroll it at your target. So it's going to come across your body, unroll. See how that frisbee is at an angle? When I let go, I'm going to let go at an angle, because in flight it's going to flatten. A lot of people will let go here, flat. It's going to curl off to the side and go out of bounds. If it curls off to the side and goes out of bounds, you let go too late, you let go too much of an angle, or you rotated your wrist and let go way over there. So pull back, let go at an angle, right straight at your target. Boom. A little bit of a wrist flick, get that spin on it. If it doesn't have enough spin, it's just going to fade out. So you're going to pull it back, right? You're going to shift your weight, release. Pull it back, release. The rollers, for you guys with puppies and you want to start teaching your dog the rollers, you're going to roll it up your arm and down. Up your arm and down. And then the disc rolls on its edge. Okay. Any questions on that before we move on? Check my notes, because then we're going to get a dog. No questions? Okay. So I'm going to run and get a dog, but we're going to show you guys live how this works. Are you ready? Are you ready to play frisbee? Are you ready to play frisbee? Yes. Okay. Comments. Okay. So frisbee is basically a game of fetch. So you can start your game of fetch with any toy, any of their favorite toy, and then you can switch it to a frisbee later. Breakdown of fetch is they have to chase it, they have to bite it, grab it, bring it back, drop it. You ready? So when I have a brand new dog or a puppy, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the toy out. Let's see, can you guys see? Nope. Come here. Wait. To get their interest is movement. I'm going to move it around on the ground. I'm going to get them really, really excited. Get it. Get it, yeah. Let's go. Get it, yeah. Ouch. Get it. Ouch. So you're going to move it just a little bit for a brand new dog. Let him get it. Yes, good. Wait, back, stay. So at first you just want, Dilly, come here, out. At first you just want little movements and just get that drive. He's very keen to the frisbee. Out. Thank you. Stay. Okay, so we're gonna use movement. We're gonna get the bite on the toy. Ouch. Come here. Come here. And then we're gonna ouch. We're gonna do a little bit of chasing of the toy. So just a foot or two. Come here. So even if it's a ball or a stuffy, just really short. So they're gonna trigger for that movement of the object. They get out, they get it, they praise. We're gonna go over later with a different dog of what to do when they don't bring it back. We will address that. So the dog brings it back. Dog brings it back. Yeah. Okay. So there's several kinds of drops. So here. So they can drop it in your hand. Oh. They can drop it at your feet. Around. Out. Oh, around the cone. Out. Out. Or they can drop it while they're out on the field. Okay? Okay, and then we're going to talk about the around. So when I'm teaching a brand new baby dog, arounds and takes, they kind of go hand in hand. So let's see, getting that, how do you get it from just on the ground to in the air? Come here. Wait. So I'm going to stimulate the flight of the frisbee by going across my body, moving, and letting him take it out of my hand. Okay? Okay. So this is very first catches of a new dog. Ouch. Right? Yes. So try not to be too stationary. Try to move a little bit. Move that frisbee in front of them so that they can get it. And then this is where the magic happens. Ouch. Right before they get there, let go of it. Right? Ouch. Ah, you're a cheater. You're too quick. Stay. Go. Right before he gets there, let go. And then, 1 foot toss, 2 foot toss, a 3 foot toss. Increase on success only. Okay. So you'll see a lot of players sending their dog around. Here's why. Ready? Whoa, that's tricky. Oh. When you throw over the top of the dog's head while they're facing you, they have to turn around, they have to find the frisbee, and then they have to go. It's going to really lower your catch ratio. If you send the dog around, they're already facing forward, and they can see the release of the frisbee. Every dog is different. Your release of the frisbee should be catchable. Your job as a handler is to make the frisbee catchable. So as you send the dog around, you're going to release the frisbee right in front of them. So at the proper height for your particular dog, and you're going to match their stride and place it right in front of them so they can catch it. So you can teach the around just with luring, right? Just lure them around. With cookies, you can teach the around. You can teach both ways, depending if you're right-handed or left-handed. Okay, so this is what it would look like. Tell him around. So when I release, he's already moving forward. He can see where it's at, as opposed to, it's really hard for him to catch that way. Ouch. Okay, he's already moving forward. Put it right in front of him. It's a nice, easy catch. He doesn't have to struggle. He doesn't have to jump weird in the air. It's right there for him. Huh. Yes. Yes. Okay. Takes her rounds, checking my notes. Okay, questions so far? No questions? Okay. All right. Come here. Can I have? Thank you. Right round. See, you don't ever want to like throw it at them. Throw it to the side. Get around. Little tiny takes. Around. Little tiny. You want your dog to be successful catching it. Know that the game is to catch it, not to wait for it to drop. Little tiny tosses. Okay. He's a good boy. Yes, good boy. Okay, so now we're going to go into multi-disc play and issues with the return. If your dog goes out there, gets it, but doesn't bring it back, and how to fix that. So I'm going to switch out dogs because the other one's pretty good at not bringing it back. Oh, it's coming. That one's too big for you. You use little ones. Okay, no questions? Okay. Okay, so let's say you throw a frisbee and she doesn't bring it back. There we go. Oh, are you distracted? Let's put these ones up here. Okay. Say she wants to go play with it. So what do? Well, pop, 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 pop. You can trade her a cookie. Offer another one. You've got another one. Oh, go. She's got to come back every time for this second one. It's called my catch disc. Ouch. Go. Dog's out there, doing whatever, chewing the frisbee. Now you're not going to do it? We've been working hard on this. So she comes in, going to give her cookies. Yes, here. Yes. There has to be incentive for them to bring it back. Most of them really love the game and will bring it back to continue the game. Huh. Yes. Good girl. Ouch. See, she's looking for that second one. Where'd it go? Ouch. Having that second frisbee is gold. Ouch. Okay. Can I have? Ooh, ouch. How do I get the retrieve to hand? I do a lot of tugging. Tugging is fine as long as you have it cued out. Yes, yes, this is how I get the retrieve to hand. Tugging can only happen if she puts it in my hand. Pop, pop. No chewing. Pop, can I have? Thank you. Ouch. Yes. Okay. Multi-disc play is for freestyle. So, there's sometimes an issue with some dogs that they will only play with the first one you throw. Take a whole stack, sit in your living room, put on a show, throw the first one, put it away. Throw the second one, put it away. It could take hours, but one catch per frisbee and then put it away. Multi-disc play. How I introduce this, come here, go around, catch, and then a bite. Just the bite and grab on the second one. Got it out there so she can see it. She's going to come in for it. Ouch. Right here. See? Ouch. And then that turns into a little toss, a little toss. So basic patterns in freestyle are zigzags and pass-bys. Oh shit. Whoop, the wind at that one. Is it getting windy? There you go. So that's your basic start to freestyle. Getting on that multi-disc. You want to do a variety of releases when you can. The judges like to see a different release for each toss. So go around, you go under the leg, quick, go overhead, go around, back, toss. Would you like to get a drink? Ouch, ouch. Okay. She gets a drink. Okay, we're gonna check on questions. No questions. Okay, you guys are all good? Okay. Okay, so flips. Everybody wants to know how to flip your dog. So the basics are the frisbee at an arc from your dog's shoulder to butt. Each dog has a preferred side, either left side or right side. So you got to find out which way is their strong side and which way is their weak side. Start with the strong side. Some dogs like the frisbee come super up and down. Some of them like it a little like this. Either way, it's shoulder to hip. It's an arc, shoulder to hip. In the beginning, even just a little bit is the beginning. Ooh, ouch. So even if it's just a little bit of a body turn, that's the beginning. Ouch. So hip or shoulder to hip. Come. You can keep your elbow in. When you're out here like this, the frisbee doesn't go very well. Hey, excuse. Elbow in, just a little tiny flick. Okay? Shoulder. Hey, you went before. Come here. She's anticipating. Shoulder to hip. Come. Shoulder to hip. Okay. So that's her strong side. Her weak side kind of looks like that. Okay? Not as strong. So start on your strong side. Play with the arc of where your dog is comfortable. Ouch. Okay. Yes. Next, we'll touch on vaulting real quick. We'll say that you really need an in-person trainer to work on this safely. Thank you, honey. Vaulting is not about how high you can put your dog in the air. You can do a very nice, pretty vault, very low. Safety first. Always, always safety first. I start teaching vaults with a platform. Come. Stay. So I'm just going to hold it and let her do a take. Take it right out of my hand. Ouch. Okay. So that's the beginning of a vault. Come here. Stay. When you're vaulting, if this is your back or your knee, where you place the frisbee should be at least the body, the length of the dog's body. You don't want it crammed up in their face and having them to, scrunch up underneath it. So if your dog is this long, you want the frisbee here. And it doesn't have to be high, just super nice, a nice, easy arc from here to here. Up here. Whoops. I'm sorry, baby. Come here. Come. So when you're doing a knee vault, you gotta get down low for her. If you're leaning over, there's no path for the dog. Dog's always going to come from the leg they're vaulting off of, come from that side. Lean back out of the dog's way. You're going to place the frisbee at least their body length away. That's how we start. Are you getting too hot? Pop, pop. Pop, lady, pop, pop. Good girl. Whoops. Are you going to throw it right at me? Oh, stay. Pop. Whoa. Good girl. So when you get past the takes and you're going to let go of it, it's just a little tiny pizza toss. Okay? Top. Ooh. You're silly today. Ouch. Top. Okay, just like that. The back bulb is the same. Little tiny pizza toss. Okay. And then you start. Come here. You want to get a drink?
Yeah. I'm not go in there.
Okay. So some people are scared of freestyle. Don't be. Freestyle is not about putting your dog 6 million feet in the air. It's not about vaults. The World Championship was won with a dog that did 0 vaults. Freestyle is about showcasing your dog. What you see somebody else do might not be what's best for your dog. So take their strengths and showcase them. Take your strengths and showcase them. Freestyle is linking tricks. So you're going to do 3 to 5 frisbee tricks in a set, and then a distance throw, so you can gather frisbees, 3 to 5 more tricks, and a distance throw. Freestyle is a lot about disc management. You don't want to be running around the field picking up your frisbees. That's where the cued drop comes in, because you can have the dog drop wherever you want, wherever you say. Pop, pop, pop. Pop. Right? So we've got, a back and forth. Then you can do go around. Got, whoops. Got over. Cruise. Cruise. Are you getting hot? That's here. Wait. Rebound. Rebound. Yes. Ooh, you're so silly. Ouch. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to gather up. Stop. Yes. Whoa. Good. Here. Good. Ouch. Okay. Okay, that was a pretty quick and dirty little rundown of frisbee. What kind of questions do you guys have about any of it? And then we can go over it. Oh. Scroll down. Okay, any questions on any specific issues you guys might be having? This is nearly one of the no, so and depending on your size of dog, the only distance really is the space between you and the frisbee. So if you're here, frisbee, this distance here should be at least the length of the dog. Probably a little bit further so they can stretch out nice and pretty, collect and land. You want it. I don't vault super high. I don't. I just do nice little. Let's see. So let's say this is a person, and just nice little arc. So put it here so they come up, they grab, they come down. Nice little arc. It doesn't need to be a come here, grab, drop to the ground. I'd like to see a nice arc and a run out of it. Okay, what age do I start training? I start them at 9 to 12 weeks old. I start with that fetch and retrieve and the drop and the out. I don't do any jumping until 18 months. But I start my rollers and I get that solid fetch and retrieve super early. I will start the around early. I will start leg weaves early, the bites and the grabs early. Yeah, but no jumping until 18 months. Let's see. He likes to chase and then run with it for a long time. Okay, so Nancy, you're gonna want to get that second frisbee or some cookies. You're gonna want to throw shorter, so he's closer to you, so you can call him in quick and get him back to you. Yeah. Yes, there's definitely hope. So if they catch it and then they're running around with a victory lap, you've thrown too far. So throw about half as long and then get super, super excited as soon as they catch it to call him back in. And either have another frisbee, another toy, a cookie, run the opposite way, but keep it shorter. Okay. Okay. Anybody else? Yeah, that Nancy, that around is going to help you a lot on your catch ratio. And just start with little arounds. 2, 3, 4, 5 foot tosses. You're going to see a difference with that around. What are we doing? But did you bring me a frisbee? Did you? What? Are you not done? Why don't you go get a drink? Yes. Here. Ready? Go. Okay. The curved type of flexible frisbee. Like a foam or rubber? I mean, that would be all right unless you plan on competing, and then you're going to have to transfer over to a competition disc. I mean, any frisbee that's soft on their mouth is fine. They just don't always fly as well. You can always message me a picture of it too. There she is. Okay. Okay, anybody else have any questions? I know I went super fast, I was nervous. So I'll put a link in here too. I've got a video that I did with Pop of how to get your dog started. And it covers a lot of this, so you can slow it down and watch it. Okay. So yeah, but you guys want to make sure you're throwing well and throwing a catchable disc for your dog, and putting it where they can catch it. A lot of times at toss and fetch, I will see a dog with the frisbees over the top of their head and they're looking back and trying to jump and catch it, and the landings are just horrible. If you do that around and you get it in front of them, then they're just going to land a whole lot better. It's a lot safer. Yeah. See? When you just throw it out there and it's like over the top of her, she can't catch it. Hey, Papa, come here. Let's do it around. Right? Around. Ah, give it to me. Oh, shh. Around. No. But when it's out in front of her, she can gauge her stride and adjust for it and catch it. Yeah, I'll post a link of all the different types of frisbees and where you can get them. I believe there's a couple dealers over in the UK. Latitude, I believe, is over there as well. Okay, great. And if anybody has any questions or problems or issues, feel free to message me and we can go over them as well. Pop. Okay. Yeah. What are you doing? Yeah, we don't chew on it, huh? We don't chew on it. Oh, shh. Thank you. Okay. What are you doing? Oh. Another quick thing I wanna touch on with my little crazy pop pop. If you have a super grabby dog who's grabbing the frisbees and missing and getting your hand or your shirt or your sleeve because they're super, super excited, work on a little impulse control with them. So just like with any other dog training, if I'm flapping my arms around saying, no, 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 come on, you're supposed to demonstrate. Don't get it. They're going to jump and bite and get it. We've been working a lot on this, so now she's not going to do it. But you see, if you're flipping it around and saying, no, no, stop, or you hold it up in the air, they're going to jump for it. Quiet frisbees. Quiet frisbees, walk out to the field. Not swinging frisbees. Swinging frisbees cause the dog to jump and bite. Quiet frisbees. Quiet frisbees, quiet dog. Tuck them into your side. Yeah, good girl. A couple people had mentioned they had a hard time with their dog just focusing and paying attention while the frisbee was present. Again, a little more impulse control stuff. She gets super excited for frisbee, obviously. So before we even start, I just ask for calm, I ask for eye contact around. I'm going to ask for a couple behaviors around. Oh, it was just an around. Yeah. She really struggles with this. Around. Yeah, good. Through. 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 Yes. Now you can have it. Now you can have it. Because if you move into freestyle, you really need that control. Now, ready? Get through. Spin. Yeah. And a lot of you probably already have leg weaves, right? Can be part of freestyle. Around. Spin, spin, spin. Around. Behind. Good. Boop. Boop. Yes, lady. Yeah. Good girl. Real quick, overs and vaults. So, you see these guys doing the really cool body overs? Ouch. Wait. Where the dog, you're here, and you do this, and the dog goes over without touching you. That's an over as opposed to a vault. Your frisbee on an over is out. Is released before the obstacle. It's released here before you. On a vault, it's released after you, so they touch here. Pop there, come. Yes. So around. So an over. I'm going to release it here. It's not quite enough room for you. Huh. Ouch. Go. So it's released here, whereas in a vault, come here. Pop truck. Pop truck. No, I've got a whole stack of them. We didn't need that one. Come here. Ready? Ouch. Whoops. If I release it after, she's going to hit. She's going to try to vault. So that's the difference. Before, whoops, my bad. You coming in too quick. Before, are you all done? Okay, she's getting hot. Before and after. Okay. Check the screen. Okay. Okay. No more questions. We're all good to go. Alrighty, guys. I'm going to sign off then, get my dog some water. And thanks for joining me. I'll put a bunch of links and stuff in the online class and all the information about frisbees and all that in the box when I log off. Okay, thank you.